it's Emma Cooper from Educating Kids Outdoors, EKO, it's simple. Today we're going to be making a rot bot, which shortened version of a rotten bottle. So basically we need a plastic bottle, we need some sharp scissors because we need to make some holes in it, we need some newspaper, we need some soil, some green stuff from the garden, and some brown stuff from the garden. And best of all, we need some of our friends from the garden, some worms. Okay, so the idea of this is to make our own little composting system inside a bottle so we can use it then to put some seeds in for later on. So let's get started. Helping hand. You cut the top off the bottle. Cut the top off. So also now what we need to do is to start filling the bottle up. So we can start with some compost, just normal multi-purpose compost. Put that at the bottom. Then we can start putting some green things in. So there's a little bit of grass that I cut earlier. That's a daffodil leaf. Break it up into little pieces. This will all be food for our worms. So we've got a layer of compost, a layer of green, then we put some old brown leaves in. We break those up into there. Flatten that down. And then we do the same process again. We then put compost in. We then put green in. There's some dandelions in here as well. Break the leaves up. That helps with composting down. Take the stalk off the big leaves. And just use the big leaves. There's the green layer, put the brown layer in, scrunch that up, and then we'll put some more compost in, and then comes the fun part, which is the worms. So what happens now when we put the worms in, these are just worms we've collected from the garden. What happens with the worms then eat their way through all the green and the brown things from the garden. They churn it all up. They make the compost really good. They decompose some of the bits and pieces from the garden. Put the worms in. Big worms at the bottom. There we go. These are the gardeners' real big friends. Okay, they do super things in the garden. They make the soil really good. Okay, so once we've got some worms in there, we then need just a little bit of hessian, or it could be cotton, or it could be an old sock, as long as it's breathable fabric. This basically just stops the worms from escaping. Just put a little bit of water in, just to keep it moist. Put that over the top. I'm using an elastic band. That goes around the top there. Okay, so that will now rot down. We give it a little bit of water every so often when it starts to go dry. The worms will make their way down. They'll eat all the green, they'll eat all the brown. They'll basically eat the soil and poo it back out again, which makes it really good. And in about 6 weeks' time, that will be really fertile soil to plant things like runner beans or even courgette or butternut squash. So every so often we take the lid off, give it a little bit of water, mix in some newspaper, so make sure it doesn't go too wet and too soggy. Give it a little stir around, mix it up a little bit, but the worms will do the good stuff. Put that back on. In about 6 weeks' time, we can then plant some seeds in it. Its own little composting system. Thank you. Have a go.